Hey folks, Curated Expert Jake Renner here.
Curated Expert Hayden Wright. On this week's episode of Head to Head, we put up against the K2 Mindbender 89Ti's versus
the Mindbender 90Cs. That's right folks, we're putting these two skis against each other head to head in 3 different categories. Haydo, what do we got?
We've got carving, freeride, and
freestyle.
Let's go.
We're currently unsponsored, unaffiliated with any of these brands.
So what that means is both these reviews are totally unbiased, just 2 friends having fun on the hill.
Heck yeah, bro, let's get it.
So this morning I jumped on the K2 Mindbender 89Ti's, 89 millimeters underfoot. They've got a directional rocker, so not much in the tail, tons of camber underfoot, and this Titanol Y-beam that's a stiffed beast. How about those, Jake?
K2 Mindbender 90C, 90 millimeter underfoot, all mountain profile with a flat tail. These babies pivot and rip with a carbon core.
So for the 3 categories, we're gonna start off with carving. Jake, what did you think about the Mindbender C's in the carving category?
Yeah, so both of the Mindbenders here carved extremely well. They're kind of geared toward all mountain carving. The 90Cs specifically, I was surprised with how damp they remained, and I think it's due to the camber underfoot and not as much rocker in the tip and tail. So these actually don't chatter when you're bombing it. You can hit high speeds on groomers, hard pack, and these skis hold up real well. Haydo, how'd those Mindbender TIs do?
Well, if you've ever skied a ski that has Titanol metal throughout it, the shape's always differ. K2 goes with a unique Y-beam Titanol layer. Definitely burly. When you engage those edges, you know it's gonna be there for you. A couple times we had to make some quick stops, and the ski was there. It's a little bit heavier than that, but for carving, I'm gonna have to give it to this on groomers. I'll preface that. Groomers, the TIs definitely took it for me.
Yeah, and the 90Cs, you know, they have a quicker turn radius, a sharper turn radius, and a little bit easier to pivot, less swing weight in the tip and tail.
Yeah.
So they are rather maneuverable, but I think I'm gonna side with Hayden on this, and the advantage for groomers carving hard pack goes to the Titanol.
Now, for the freeride category, we were limited with our snowpack and whatnot, but we still were able to put these bad boys to the freeride test. Jake, you want to jump into that?
Yeah, I mean, freeride, so both of these skis aren't really geared toward powder skiing. That being said, we did take them in the powder. They're doing fine, they'll hold up fine, but you really don't want to take them out in more than a foot of powder.
Oh, yeah.
That also goes with like jumping and landing in deeper snow. Like you probably don't want to be on something that's 90 underfoot if you're going to be jumping and landing in fresh snow.
And no switch landings either.
Oh yeah, that was a great point too with freeride. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Haydo, what do you think about the 89Ti?
Yeah, so I mean, if you're looking for more of a burlier ski and a little bit of weight's not gonna scare you, you know, for a freeride, these did all right for little side hits, you know, here and there, but getting back to that carving category, it's definitely more of a carving ski. When I jumped onto the 90Cs, you got a little bit more width underfoot, so that kind of helps with more of a freeride style, bouncing off the groomers into the trees. Yeah, Jake was on those in the morning, and you know, we were in and out of the trees jamming on them.
Yeah, both of these options are super maneuverable in the trees. I'd say that the Mindbender 90C has a tighter turn radius, and because of that less swing weight in the nose, it's just a little bit more easy to pivot, a little bit more maneuverable in the trees. These were also 177 centimeter length, whereas these were 182s.
A little bit longer.
A little bit, yes, yeah. So trees maneuverability, you know, moguls, I would go with the 90Cs.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna have to agree with him on that. The trees was great. I enjoyed those a little bit more in the trees, these more on the groomers. That being said, I'm gonna side with Jake, and the 90Cs, they won that category. All right, so I'm gonna let Jake start with the freestyle category. It's our last of the 3 in the head-to-head series. Jake, how'd those handle freestyle?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, Haydo. It's like, we definitely tried buttering on these. We definitely tried pressing and getting a little jibby. I will commend that these have a super light swing weight, so getting those 360s around is super easy.
You snuck that one around.
Oh my God, yeah, I nicked this tree with my pole, but anyhow.
It's okay.
We're good. Yeah, it's like, they're easy to spin around, but They are not forgiving if you're in the back seat at all. You do not want to land in the back seat.
No, underfoot landings only.
Yeah. So, and I know I touched on it in Freeride, but these were awesome in the mogul field and the bump field. They just pivot so clean, so easy. You're just like, boom, zipper line like right off the bat.
Yeah, and being 90 underfoot too, they were actually a little quicker edge to edge, in my opinion, than the 89. It's not much, but those, maybe it's the carbon stringers. I don't know. Jake had some really good mogul lines on the 90C, so if those are more your jam, maybe talk to Jake or I about the carbons.
With regard to freestyle, when I got on both of these and like just leaned, I liked the flex pattern of the Mindbender Ti better for buttering, just because it kind of like, I could like ease into that tail press and hold it. Whereas these, I just felt like if I lean back onto my tails, these 90Cs, it's like, I'm either gonna come right out from underneath me or like, it's just a little more firm. So with regard to buttering and like playfulness of flex in the freestyle realm, I wanna say these Titanal Mindbenders have the advantage in like a flex and buttering, but I mean, everyone's different. I tried to butter these like they didn't flex the way I wanted them to. Hayden, you got some butters around down these though.
You know, if you are looking for more of a resort, you know, ski, but you still tend to find yourself doing that freestyle riding, these aren't bad options. There could be better, but if that's not your like bread and butter and the only thing you like, if you're more focused on carving and other resort aspects and styles, I'm gonna have to go with the Titanal Y-beam just because they're a little stiffer, and it could have been the length because our carbons were a little shorter. But other than that, for me at least, freestyle category is gonna have to be these. How about you?
Yeah, freestyle category, it's tough because neither of these have full tail rockers, so they're really not like for switch skiing, for switch riding. I wouldn't really want to hit features switch on either of these skis. No offense, but they just don't have full tail rockers. So you can get away with switch riding, switch carving, on groomers, on hardpack. I would not want to land switch on these in ungroomed terrain or, you know, hit features in the park switch.
Sweet. So which one do you think wins?
Man, it's a tough one. I'd say if your freestyle realm is moguls, the 90C.
Yeah,
if your freestyle realm is like kind of this new wave, pressy, jibby, like you can kind of feel into the Titanal plates in the Mindbender Ti.
Sweet. So my final conclusion here, I won't speak for Jake. If I was looking to ski Mary Jane, if you know what that is, bunch of bumps, definitely gonna jump on some 90Cs just because they're quicker edge to edge. You know, you're not gonna be opening them up wide open. Now, if I'm on a weekday at an empty resort and I'm trying to lay some arcs, like these are gonna win. Overall, my riding style, I think I would probably go with the carbons. How about you, Jake?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I would like these for moguls.
Yep.
And I mean, these just stay really damp and I like the turn radius on these. I mean, all in all.
What about skiing Aspen?
Dude, that's hard. That's hard. Skiing Aspen, I mean, if we're on hard pack and groomers, probably these for carving.
What about Aspen tomorrow?
Aspen tomorrow.
What are you grabbing?
If I would want these in the bump field, I would use these as my bump skis. So as you can see, folks, every skier has their own unique ski depending on their ability level and conditions that they're riding in. If you'd like to get connected with an expert who can help you get set up with the right gear, click the link below.
Yeah, and if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then also sauce a comment down below, and Jake and I will test whatever skis you guys want to see going up to head-to-head. Woo!